Hello to all of my lovers and friends. I hope you guys are doing well. I know it's been a minute, but I just want to say welcome back to Lelo's journal. If there's gonna be another video also this, I'm not so sure, because life has been lifing, you know. But I won't lie, it's not just apart from the fact that life has been lifing. Consistency has also been a challenge for me, but today I needed to have this sit down. It's something that has been weighing really heavy on my heart, and I don't know, I do write. I have a blog. That is where I'm like semi-consistent. Sorry guys if I look weird now. I was putting on my lashes and I put glue on my eyelids, so if I close my eyes and my eyes don't fully close, that's what's up, right? I'm not experiencing any difficulties with my eyes. It's just the glow of the eyelash. Yeah, I think that's English. But anyway, I do have a blog where I am semi-consistent, and that is where you can read with what is happening to me, my think pieces. That is mostly where you will get my information, and the blog is also the same as the name of my YouTube channel, which is Lelo's Journal. So you just go to www.lelosjournal.wordpress.com, and that is where you will find a lot of the things that come to me and I feel like I need to write. So today, the main reason for this YouTube video is because I've been finding it very difficult to write what is currently in my heart. And so I decided to have a sit down, and here I am. I hope it won't be long. I'm gonna try and keep it brief, so maybe 10 minutes, you know, maybe 15 and 20 on the extreme side, but it is what it is. Also, if I am sweating, right, Sky and I don't mind it. Just do not let it bother you, because where I am seated is hot. And if my squeaky chair also annoys me, I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to get a proper chair, but these things are expensive. But anyway, asikho lapho. Yeah, I'm filming in my room. It's very, very hot, and there's gonna be intervals where I drink water, but also a disclaimer: if I do cry, I'm not gonna stop filming unless it gets really, really bad, because I really want to get this off of my chest. Even staring at the camera right now, thinking of who could be watching, thinking of who could be listening to this, I really just want to get it off my chest. So please do not mind the tears if I do cry. Funny enough, I do not even have toilet paper or tissue paper to wipe my eyes, but yeah, it is what it is. So once again, to my lovers and friends, welcome back to a sit down with Lelo of Lelo's Journal. Maybe I should have more of these more often, because y'all ain't reading my blog, to those that know about it anyway. Without further ado, today's topic, or what I'm talking about on today's sit down, is: do parents know that they are magical? And obviously I'm not referring to all parents. Some of y'all are just, you know, but I'm talking about parents that really do try to make an effort in terms of understanding their children, being there for them, noticing the behavioral changes, the signs, and all of that. Those are the people that I'm talking about. And what inspired today's think piece, because I can't write about it and I'm speaking about it right now. So what inspired today's think piece is me and my situation and my life and the people that raised me and the kind of situation that I'm in. So I'm not gonna give you a long history of where I come from and all the other stuff. Those that know. I'm just gonna talk about how I love my parents to the moon and back, and to the end of the universe, if there even is an end, to the next star, to the next whatever, that I love my parents. And what inspired the think piece is I'm at a place in life where I could use someone's advice, and I do not have access to that individual anymore. So I am in my mid to late 20s. That hurts saying that, but anyway, I'm in my mid to late 20s, and I lost my dad a little bit over 2 years ago. Yeah, just a little bit over 2 years ago. I lost my dad, and man, it was weird because I had been living away from my family since 2017. So I started varsity in 2017, and I haven't been living with my family ever since then. And by my family, I mean my parents and my siblings. So when my dad passed away, how can I put this? It hit, but it didn't really hit. And what I mean by that is I didn't live with my dad. We spoke on the phone. And we didn't even really speak that often. I mean, he'd call like maybe twice a week. I'd also call if anything ever popped up in my life, or if I just really missed home, I'd call my parents. But I don't want to lie, I think I'd mostly call my dad between the two. But I'll give context on what inspired this. I grew up in a 2-parent home. Grew up with my mom and my dad that were married. Grew up with my siblings, and we grew up in a small town called Polokwane. So yeah, born and raised there. And how can I say, my childhood wasn't all roses and daisies and whatever the saying is, but it wasn't horrible either. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, you know. But obviously as a kid you have the thing of, I can't wait to get out of the house and all of that crap. Okay, I'm rambling. But anyway, just to give context, there was a lot of misunderstandings growing up between myself and my parents, and also a lot of tantrums on my part. And these misunderstandings, I'd like to believe, stem from the fact that they were born and raised in a different time, and so was I. And also I am, what can I say, my parents became first-time parents with me, right? So I guess they had maybe experience in terms of being around other people's children, but never really their own. And I'm pretty sure every parent has an idea in terms of how they want to raise their child, and in that it's a lot of learning curves, right? And I bear the brunt of those learning curves because I'm a first-time kid. I mean, I just rocked up, and then they're first-time parents in terms of how they want to raise their kids. So there was a lot of, you know. But fast forward, before I turned 20, I think, around that age, there was a lot of back and forth in terms of having conversations with my parents about where I am, where I want to be in life. Not in terms of like career and whatever, but in terms of how I wish they would understand me as an individual, especially considering I'm having a pretty tough time understanding myself. And yeah, so that is the context. We had those back and forths, and my parents got to see me, understand me, and my parents changed their approach in terms of, I guess, how they interact with me. One thing I thoroughly appreciate is how that, as hurtful as that situation was on both parts, my parents and myself, it changed our relationship for the better. So I got to see my parents as humans as opposed to just parents, and I guess also gave them grace for their shortcomings, because I'm a human myself and I have a lot of shortcomings that my parents are always like just covering up my mistakes, you know. Looks like this video is going to be very long, but please enjoy. So yeah, I got to see my parents as humans, and if you think of the human experience and where you are and all that you have done, all that you have said to the people that you love, some people that you don't even love, right? just acquaintances, and how you have been so wrong and how you have been so right, how you've handled certain situations, how you maybe should not have handled certain situations. You get to realize that, okay, my parents are doing this for the first time. And even if it's not the first time, we are forever changing. We're forever, I almost said evoluting. We're forever changing as human beings, right? And when I say changing, I mean, as you grow, you enter different phases or different stages of your life, whichever word is for you. And in entering those different phases and entering those different stages, that requires a different version of yourself. And I'd like to believe, like, in every relationship, in every friendship, in every family, we tend to bump heads when those new versions of ourselves that are facing the phases we are in life. Is that English? Yes. Different versions, right? Because of the phases, the stages we are in, facing the, you get what I'm saying? We tend to bump heads because I'm a different person because of where I am in life. My parents are different people because of where they are in life. And we are both new to this experience. I've never had parents of a certain age. I've never been a certain age. You understand? Especially when you hit teenagerhood and you start thinking you have it all. And then you realize when you get to your 20s, well, life humbled me very early. So when I thought, I don't know everything. And I'm like, okay. I think also being humbled by life made me have more grace towards how my parents raised me. But anyway, this is somewhat of a love letter to my parents, because of, now I'm getting emotional, things that I wanted to say but have not always been able to say. But basically, I hope that when my dad passed, in my heart of hearts, I believe and feel that he knew how much I loved him, and that even though we didn't get along, there is a lot, if not everything, that I would have done for him. Same goes for my mom, because I got to kind of see, as I mentioned, my parents as humans. So I saw my dad for what I believed he was as a person in life, and I also got to see my mom, and seeing who they are as human beings and the things that they have done for me versus experiences that other people have with their parents. Granted, yes, every parent should want to give the world to their children, but as I mentioned, that's not the case for everyone. So this love letter is not necessarily me applauding a fish for swimming, but rather speaking it out and hoping that they feel the love that I have for them. And yes, I know my dad has passed away, but I still have instances where I speak in present tense about him. I guess it's something that will change as time goes on. But I just hope parents know how magical they are and the influence that they have on their kids. Because outside of God, right, I'd like to believe a lot of where a child ends up also has to do with the people that raise that child. I know life happens, hence I'm saying outside of God. And I'm speaking from a place of being a child because I do not have one. Not in this economy. I do not have children, right? I can barely afford myself. I still call my mama and I'm like, yo, it's the middle of the month and situation you know. But back to where I was. Man, when I look back on my life and where I am right now, it has so much to do with what my parents forced me to do. Forced with all caps, FORCED exclamation mark, forced. And I'm grateful because I'm in a situation where I'm very at peace and happy with my life. Yes, at times I'm not happy because I think of how different it could be, but in terms of it being different has nothing to do with me, but all to do with how God has paved out my life to be. And I'm still on learning to be content with my situation. Excuse the quotation marks. But yeah, but it's literally just I'm rambling so much. I think I'm trying to deflate the tears I had not that long ago. But as I mentioned, I hope that parents know how magical they are. And I'm using the word magical because, man, when my perception of where life has taken my parents and the little that I've been able to hear from grandparents and my aunts and uncles, it gives a lot of full circle moments to how I ended up where I am. And I'm just grateful, but I'm also grieving because I am at a point in life where I keep on saying advice. I need advice that only my dad could give. And not just my dad from perspective of my dad, but perspective of who he was as a person, his thought process, and how he gave advice. Apart from that, I miss him as his daughter, his hugs, his kisses, and just man, my dad was, well, not always, but he somewhat knew how to read the room with me, you know. Man, I'm rambling. I was trying to literally write a script on how I would carry out this video, and then I just started bawling. I was like, no, I don't want to do that, not today. So it's like, let me film a video, you know. But I'm really just at that point, and I don't know, I just hope parents know that they are amazing. And as much as children are God's blessing to parents, I hope parents know that they are also blessings to their children and understand what that concept actually means. And I got distracted. Yeah, I hope parents understand that, and that, oh man, I guess all I can say from my point of view is just keep on trying until the kids get it. Keep on, just look at me trying to give advice. But basically, I'm just grateful that my parents never gave up on me, because guys, I was a lot. Still am somewhat, you know, mama kabadi bona type of situation. But man, I'm at a place of grieving. I'm at a place of gratefulness. I'm at a place of, I can't even say somewhat peace. I don't believe I'm fully there, but I'm on my way. I can be content with the situation. I'm not crying, I'm sweating. I'm sweating. But yeah, lovers and friends, I think that's it from me today. I guess get this off my chest, and yeah, I will never ever know what it's like to be in older phases of life and have that fatherly advice. I will never ever know that. And when I say fatherly advice, I mean specifically my dad. I don't mean older brothers or cousins or uncles, aunts. Well, not aunts aren't men, but yeah, that part, like male figure basically. I will never know that from my dad's perspective, which is what I need, but it is what it is. I think that's what I wanted to get off of my chest. I think I'm still probably gonna write again, so please check out my blog. Even if it's not a thing for you, just consume it. There's actually what is these things, extensions, where you can listen to stuff, where you can listen to text, right? Not audiobooks or podcasts or anything. You can literally listen to text using those extensions. So please, I will try and link that in the description. But I thought I would cry. I did not cry. I did speak a lot with my hands. I don't know, it's because I love my nails that were done by my friend. But yeah, I think that's it. I do not have the words to say what I want to say. I don't. I really don't. Which is why I write most of the time, because it's easier, because I get to think and erase and what. But I think that's all I have from my side. Hashtag corporate life. But I think I've been validly saying, I've been saying goodbye the way old people say goodbye. Hawa, Until next time, my loves, I'm gonna try and look at you right now. Until next time, stay good, stay safe, stay hydrated, stay healthy physically and mentally, right? Whatever that looks, well, not whatever that looks like for you, because some of y'all do outlandish things, but what is considered healthy? You know, you're journaling, you're drinking water, you're taking a walk or a jog or exercise. Yeah, like I said, I've been saying goodbye for a minute now. I'll say it one more time. Please like, subscribe, follow me on all of my socials. I will also pop that up, put links in the description. Just follow me. I'm done saying goodbye now. Ciao.